NBC 15 News starts now.
Now at 10, 2 attacks on 2 different women within a month have some on edge. But first tonight, a scammer tries luring real cash with fake awards, and local businesses are becoming victims.
They're accepting the awards from a company that only wants their money. NBC 15's Phil Levin has more in tonight's big story.
Tonight I talked to 3 local businesses. None of them knew they were scammed until they answered my call. Madison's and different industries, of course, have legitimate best of awards, but these are completely bogus. A company just trying to make money selling meaningless trophies.
It seemed very legit. It said Sun Prairie, and so I just assumed that it was something from the local area.
Ashley Jacobs started Peace of Mind Nannies just 2 years ago. That's why she was shocked when an email claimed to already be offering her an award.
I could pay $75 for a plaque. I didn't respond the first time, so then they sent me another reminder.
Flattered, Jacobs wrote about the award on her website, but she couldn't get in touch with the company, so they didn't get $75.
I've got them in Memphis, Los Angeles, New York, D.C.
Now the Better Business Bureau is tracking the company around the country.
Here's the plain just award program site, and then here's where they add the word Madison.
Offices in several states tried to get in touch, but no one answered as the complaints added up.
Turns out one person owns all the domains of all the different websites, and we've got, each of them have been customized for each market.
Those sites now sport the Bureau's F rating, its lowest designation. That's why they remain under the radar. We found a local photographer blogged about her award. An outdoor store even uploaded the crystal statue rendering. But both companies tell me they stopped short of sending cash. Unlike hiring a nanny, it seems the online anonymity just adds to the deception.
I make sure that I meet the nannies face to face. I'm meeting them for an hour to an hour and a half. I'm doing reference calls and background checks.
And thankfully too careful to send checks to a company no one can find.
It is very disheartening that people aren't honest and genuine anymore, and that they have to scam people to make a living.
One of those victims, Bachman Pool and Spa, Fred Bachman tells me he used to have a wall of fame in his store. On it, plaques from 27 years in business, but he says 6 months ago he took it down. That's because every few months he's getting new emails like this scam. They're new companies offering new awards, making the ones he had won lose their meaning.
Phil, thank you. New at 10, 2 recent attacks downtown have some women on edge in Madison. Tonight, a local organization speaks out on what women need to do to stay safe.
Today, Madison police released the sketch of the men believed to have attacked a 21-year-old woman walking home last Saturday morning on the 100 block of East Johnson Street. Police say sexual assault was likely the motive behind the vicious attack that left the victim with several lacerations to the back of the head. This comes just a month after another 21-year-old woman behind the 1800 block of Monroe Street was attacked and believed to have been sexually assaulted by this suspect, who was armed at the time. And even though Madison police say the 2 incidents are not connected, it has caught the attention of the local Rape Crisis Center in Madison.
Well, I think it does create a heightened concern. It makes us more aware of our vulnerability.
Anderson says even though sexual assault is a threat at any age, women ages 16 to 24 are more vulnerable to sexual assaults. The 2 incidents that took place just a few blocks away from the UW campus now have UW police on high alert.
That could have been me.
UW student Aubrey Johnson says the 2 incidents are terrifying to her. She says she and her roommates practice safety measures as a way to look out for each other.
We tell each other where we are and where we're going and when we're expecting to be back.
The Rape Crisis Center also recommends taking self-defense classes as well as
things like, being aware of your surroundings. Obviously, we encourage people to walk with friends whenever possible, not to wear your earbuds so that you're out of, touch with what's going on.
While these precautions may not end sexual assaults completely, they can make it less likely you'll be a victim of one.
Now, anyone with information regarding these 2 incidents is encouraged to contact the Madison Area Crime Stoppers line. Also, if you've been a victim of sexual assault, the Rape Crisis Center wants you to contact them.
Bail is set at $1 million for the man accused of beating another man with a baseball bat. 18-year-old Colton Peterson was taken to the Dane County Jail Tuesday. He was booked on a tentative charge of attempted first-degree intentional homicide. That after 20-year-old Ryan Smith was found lying in the road and was taken by MedFlight to UW Hospital. No criminal complaint has been filed. That's because the charges may change from attempted to actual homicide.
There is new information on a story we've been following for months. Prosecutors have now charged Armin Wand with killing his unborn child in a fire. According to court documents, Wand and his brother Jeremy, seen here, set a fire in Armin's Argyle home in September. Armin's 3 sons died in the fire. His wife rescued their 2-year-old daughter, but suffered injuries that family members said killed her unborn child. The brothers face a host of charges, including multiple homicide counts and arson. Prosecutors added a count of first-degree intentional homicide of unborn child against both of them earlier this month. They're set to be arraigned Wednesday.
We have sad news tonight. Milwaukee County authorities are investigating the death of a 7-month-old baby. The medical examiner's office says reports suggest the baby was sleeping with its parents in an adult bed when the baby was found unresponsive. The child was pronounced dead this morning around 6. An autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow.
This is your Weather Authority forecast.
A little bit of mist and fog is beginning to form around the region in patches here and there, so be aware of that as you head out late tonight into early tomorrow morning. Mostly cloudy skies have pretty much been the story for most of us throughout the day, and that doesn't change as we push through our overnight hours here. You can see plenty more cloud cover making its way in from the west. We've got a little bit of clearing briefly tonight. Temperatures are very slow to cool off tonight. 39 degrees right now for Madison. Winds are very light out of the east-southeast at 5 miles per hour. By early morning tomorrow, we're looking at 33 degrees to start things off. We'll keep it cloudy pretty much all day long, but look at the overall high temperatures easing their way up into the mid-50s. Looking very comfortable there. There will be a slight chance for a little bit of light rainfall. We'll be discussing that with a complete forecast in just a bit.
Carlos, thank you. Governor Walker is among a group of governors set to meet with the president next week. He's going to the White House to discuss the looming so-called fiscal cliff. Walker made the announcement today. He says the governors invited are on the National Governors Association Executive Committee. The president and House Republicans have been discussing ways to avert tax increases that automatically take effect in January, but no deal has been reached.
All right, listen to this. Some local workers, they're in for a much longer commute. Menards says it plans to hire 50 workers in Eau Claire and fly them out to North Dakota, then back to Wisconsin on the weekends. The company says this is the first time it's ever flown employees to work for week-long stints. Menards will even be housing them in hotels. Here's the reason for the outsourcing. It might be North Dakota's unemployment rate. It is the lowest in the country at just above 2%. They just need workers out there. Eau Claire is also the home base for Menards. Starting wages, by the way, at the store are $13 an hour.
And around the nation tonight, Baltimore police have taken a suspect into custody after a shooting on a college campus. Police say a man was shot around 1 this afternoon. It happened near a residence hall at Morgan State University. His condition is not known at this time. Police have recovered a weapon. It is unclear whether the victim and the alleged shooter are students at Morgan State. A university spokesman says officials are still gathering more information.
A Missouri couple claimed their Powerball jackpot prize today. Mark and Cindy Hill of Dearborn held a news conference and claimed their winnings. The Hills will split the nearly $588 million prize with whoever holds that second winning ticket purchased in Arizona.
Meantime, here at home, it wasn't the big winner, but a West Allis woman and her husband have claimed a $1 million Powerball prize from Wednesday's drawing. Mary Redereth and her husband Dennis brought their ticket to the Wisconsin Lottery's Madison headquarters today. The ticket was validated as the $1 million winner. After taxes, Redereth received $672,500. The ticket matched all 5 regular winning numbers, but not the Powerball in Wednesday's record drawing.
The Badgers hit the field of Lucas Oil Stadium tomorrow night as they square off against Nebraska, hoping to win a 3rd straight Big Ten title. Our Rob Vogel joins us from Indy with a preview.
A year ago, Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis was the site of one of the biggest wins in Badgers history and one of the best games in recent college football. Some don't think the second time around can match that atmosphere, but both Bo Pelini and Brett Bielema say that playing in this professional stadium on the big stage with an all-red wearing crowd is sure to get the juices flowing for even the calmest of competitors.
Told our kids all along, embrace it, take this opportunity. You get to be on the biggest scale. I believe there's 6 championship games, correct, this weekend, and we're one of those 6, and our kids really love these type of atmospheres and these platforms to kind of showcase their skills.
You know, Wisconsin travels well, Nebraska travels well. You know, I don't care if there's 10 people in the stands. It's going to be a heck of a football game. We're looking forward to it. I know I can speak for the Nebraska fans. I'm sure there will be a great atmosphere.
While ticket sales were slow this week on each campus, both head coaches say they expect a big walk-up crowd on Saturday night. Coming up later in sports, we'll hear from Monte Ball on the eve of the game that could define his and this team's 2012 legacy. In Indianapolis, Rob Vogel, NBC 15 Sports.
And by the way, kickoff tomorrow night is at 7:17 in case you're interested.
All right. Well, coming up next, a plane goes down on a busy street in Chicago.
But it wasn't real. We'll tell you what happened when we return.
I'm Stacey Johnson. When you eat out, you're in control of what you spend, or are you? A little food for thought just ahead on Money Talk.